Hey, Andre, I've got a question for you. And I've got some special news to share with our viewers.
What?
Who've been following our very own Cybertruck purchasing drama. As you know, we're trying to get one.
Yes.
But in this video, we're going to talk about that. But more importantly, we're going to ask the question, are people not accepting or not buying the Foundation Series Cybertruck? And we've got some numbers that may point the way.
Eye-opening numbers, I think.
Yes, indeed.
Because as we stated before, you were at the original event in 2019. You were there following the news when they debuted the first concept Cybertruck. And I was trying to help you out from Denver, from Boulder. But I also ordered one.
Yeah.
That day.
Yeah. How long into the process would you say you ordered it?
Probably 1 or 2 hours.
Okay.
Into when it opened.
When it opened up, so pretty quick.
Pretty quick. Not the first one.
All right, not the first one, but pretty quick. And then, what number were we in line for the Cybertruck?
So it's not immediately obvious,
Yes.
right? Because you get this nebulous, 8-digit number, right?
Yep.
But I had a friend in Denver that I recently met a few months ago, and his friend works at Tesla. So I gave him my number and I said, "Is there any way you can tell how far I am in line?" And he said, "Yes, I can." And he got back to me and he said, "I am 49,499."
Okay, so almost 50,000.
Yeah, almost 50,000.
Which was pretty far down the line.
Yes.
But then this weekend, something cool happened.
Well, Friday, a few days ago, actually, several days ago, I get an email from Tesla. "Hey, Andre, you are now eligible to order a Foundation Series Cybertruck."
Yeah, and so let's do some numbers here. We are reservation about 50,000.
Yes.
And yet you got the ability to order one. And here's the unknown. There's a lot of unknowns here. First of all, the rumor out there is that they're only building 1,000
These special first editions.
Foundation Series.
Yeah.
And what do they include? Let's talk about what the...
So first of all, it's $20,000 for this special Foundation Series on top of the price of the Cybertruck already.
So you had ordered a dual motor.
Yes. So there's two available right now, right? So there's a dual motor all-wheel drive Cybertruck plus the Foundation Series, or the tri-motor Cyber Beast that you can also make into a Foundation Series. Foundation Series package is $20,000 on top, either the $80,000 truck or the $100,000 truck. So it makes it already very expensive.
So I've got your order agreement or our order agreement right here. So first of all, it's a Cybertruck all-wheel drive 79,999,990.
Okay.
On top of that, the Foundation Series is 20,000. So we're at 100,000, which includes what?
20-inch Cyber wheels, which I'm assuming is standard wheel you see behind us, right? With a 35-inch tall all-terrain tire, which is also what you see in the images behind us. So this is kind of a standard tire that the Cybertruck comes with currently. White interior trim. You know, I hate all black interiors anyway, so white interior is nice. And not all white, but certain trim. Premium accessories. Mm-hmm. This is a little bit nebulous, but also I think it includes a light bar that goes across the top for off-roading. Base autopilot, lifetime premium connectivity, and full self-driving capability.
Which is pretty expensive. I want to say it's like, what, 13,000 now, 12,000, something
just
like
by
that?
itself, if
I think premium connectivity is like $10 a month because we have it on our Model 3. And so that's a subtotal of $99,990. The order fee is $250. Destination fee, which is very high, $19.95. They're taking a page out of Stellantis.
Yes.
Original reservation, $100. Early access deposit, so you had to put down a deposit of how much?
Non-refundable.
Non-refundable.
So this is new.
Yes.
Because before this week, as far as I know, there was no deposit, non-refundable deposit of $1,000. So what does this tell us?
Well, before we get to that,
Yeah.
there's something else. There's also a stipulation in the contract where we can't resell the truck for a year. Is that right?
Exactly. There's a $50,000 penalty and also a possibility of a lifetime ban. Tesla can decide to ban this person
or us
who's reselling it within the 12-month period for life.
Well, of course, we want to buy it, for a long-term test. So this really isn't an issue. We don't flip cars. We buy them, we test them, and then eventually we sell them so we can buy the next one. But flipping is not part of TFL.
So that's not a worrisome thing.
But here's the question that we're asking, and that is, have they really gotten to number 50,000 on the list for what is supposedly only 1,000 Foundation Series trucks, which to me would suggest that people are balking at the expense of the truck. At least at the additional $20,000. But that's not all, because of course, how much was the truck when people originally ordered? When you put down your money, or when you put down the reservation, right, $250, how much was it back then?
Well, they
4
said
years ago.
39.9,
Yeah.
40 grand basically. Then there was, I think, another one at 50 grand and another one 60 grand. This was 4 years ago.
So basically, we've gone from 40,000 to 80,000,
Yes,
plus another 20,000 on top of that,
which is 100,000.
which is 100,000. So I suspect, if there indeed are 1,000 foundation series, and there could be more, right? If I were Tesla, maybe I'd do more, because, the rumor is, and the news is, that it's costing them a lot of money. And Musk has said this himself, to build this truck. So maybe that's a good way to try to,
Offset some of their costs.
development
Yes.
cost and build cost. But if this is the case, a lot of people are indeed rejecting the foundation series if we are indeed the 50,000th person to be offered it.
Well, that means approximately 49,000 people potentially rejected it already. Right?
Yeah.
Because if 1,000, if they're going to do it, let's assume they're going to do 1,000, we're 50,000 in line. That means over 90% of people already said no.
Now, a few weeks ago, we kind of put out a call asking for people to, potentially sell us or give us or work with us on their reservation.
Sure.
And we got a lot of people.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, a lot of people. I'm talking about, at least several dozen, if not more.
Maybe one a day, and it's been over 5 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
of people telling us that they, were willing to help us obtain a Cybertruck. And I think that jaw-dropping number of 100K is probably one of the reasons for that.
Yeah, I just looked at my email right here on this laptop.
Yep.
We have, I'm not going to say like names.
No, we don't want. We're going to keep you guys private. Of course.
John, Nicole, Alex, Dawn, Dominic, Stephen, Joshua, Carl,
Yeah.
Todd, Marcus, Ming, Jacob. We have a lot of emails from people offering us their reservation.
And we want to thank you guys for that.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. It means a lot that you guys are willing to, work with us to get us a Cybertruck. But now that we have our own, we really, or at least potentially have our own, it's better that way, because then there's no issues with, who's ordering it, how we're getting paid, all that.
Right. Exactly.
Especially now that, Andre, your reservation has come through. Are you excited?
I am. Well, I was. Yes.
And there's another little crimple in this, right? And that is, when do we get, at least in the email that you got, when do people get the Cyber Beast versus the dual motor?
Yeah, so two versions, right? So the Cyber Beast, which I expected to be first,
Yeah.
right? The most expensive, the most powerful one, the coolest one. It says second half of 2024. So just like Q3 or Q4, so maybe 6 or more months from now. But the dual motor says January through March, which is now or soon.
So we're going to try to figure this out ourselves if people are indeed walking away from their orders, especially of the Foundation series. So what we can do is, the easiest way is, in the comments below, if you've gotten the truck offered to you and you've either accepted it or turned it down, let us know. But we'll also put up a
poll?
A poll, yeah. We'll put up on TFLEV on our community page.
Yeah.
And basically, we'll give you the option of yes, if you got one, did you accept it? Did you turn it away? Or are you waiting for the non-foundation series? And we'd love to find out. We'll get those poll results, and we'll know at least a small sample size of what is really happening. Because I kind of feel, Andre, like what they did was they delivered the first 10, and then the ones that are being delivered right now are going to people who work for the company.
That's what I've noticed on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I'm in a Tesla Cybertruck Owners Club, or one of the groups, and I saw at least one of them being delivered to employee.
Yeah,
So-
and I'm torn. Part of me says, you want to reward the people that build it, but part of me says it's not a good look, because it kind of feels like the insiders are getting there first, right? And then the rest of us, who actually are the ones who keep the company running, are going to get our second. So I'm kind of torn, but I guess
But
that's
I
the
think-
way Tesla does it.
But others have done it too. When the Rivian first showed up, a lot of the first trucks were employee
Yes.
based. And I think it's another way for them to get the final bugs worked out, or certain bugs worked out of the system, right? When the employee owns it, hopefully they're empowered to fix that problem right there.
Yeah, I get that. And Tesla's been, of course, accused of beta testing
On owners.
on owners. But in traditional companies like GM or Ford, the engineers who work on those trucks take those trucks or vehicles, whatever they are, take those home and live with them. So they have a whole fleet of vehicles that are being tested before they ever hit the public. And maybe Tesla does the same thing. We don't know because they're very kind of closed wall versus the other legacy companies, shall we say? But anyway, we'd love to know if you got a reservation and if you decided. I'll tell you why I'm interested in this. So when I was at the launch event, I went to the bathroom, and there were two guys talking. And one guy, I was in the bathroom, kind of doing my thing. And I overheard them. They were washing their hands. And one guy says, "Yeah, I ordered one for my mom." And the other guy says, "Why'd you order one for your mom?" And he says, "I just did it as a joke because $250." So I wonder how much of that kind of not a joke, but how much people were just speculating and kind of caught up in the moment and thought to themselves, a refundable $250
or $100
deposit, $100 refundable deposit is just something, and maybe that's how you get to 2 million reservations, which Tesla has said they have. And then the question is, how many of those are actual buyers instead of hand raisers?
And now foundation buyers too.
Instead of pranking your mother buyers.
There you have it.
There you have it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. As always, this is Roman and Andre saying check out alltfl.com and go to our community page or let us know in the comments below if you are buying a Cybertruck or if you are saying way too much money.